Okay, so welcome back. Now let's talk about a very interesting topic, which is some very frequently used operations on columns of a Panda data frame. Okay, so let me give the heading. Operations on columns of a Pandas data frame. Okay, now let's talk about some, I'll call it part 1. Okay, let's talk about few part 1. So let's say we are given this simple Pandas data frame. Okay, so we have a data where we have name of the people, we have their age, and we have the city that they belong to. Okay, so we are maintaining a directory. Okay, and let's print this data frame to see how the table looks like. Okay, so this is the data frame that I'm dealing with, or we can also say just df. Okay, so this is the tabular data that I'm dealing with, where I'm having 3 columns: name, age, and city. Name of the people, age of the people, and city of the people respectively. Okay, now let's say I have to access only the names of all the people. Okay, I only want to access the name column. How I can do that? I can access a column by just writing column equals to df brackets, and very similar syntax to your dictionaries. Okay, so you will say names. Okay, you will just provide the name of the column. Okay, and then you will print column. Okay, or you can just say simply column. Okay, and as you can see, you have got the entire column from the data frame that you had. Okay, similarly you can access any given column from the data frame. This is first operation. Okay, now suppose you have to add a new column. So how we used to do this in case of dictionaries? You guessed it right. So we used to do the data frame name, which is df in this case, and the new column name. So let's say new underscore column. Okay, you can give any name. Okay, and let's give them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why 5? Because as you can see, there are 5 rows, so it should match exactly the same. Okay, and after doing this, if I print my data frame, as you can see, we have added this new column to the data frame, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in this sequence. As simple as that. Okay, now let's say you didn't want it to add this column. Okay, so you want to remove this, or you want to drop this column from the data frame. Deleting or removing is same as dropping the column from the data frame. Okay, so there are multiple syntaxes, but the simplest syntax is you simply have to do df.drop. Okay, the name of the column to be dropped, which is new column, and here you provide along which axis you want to delete this column. Okay, so remember, columns names are in the horizontal axis, indices are in the vertical axis. Okay, so these column names are in the horizontal axis, so I will simply say axis equals to 1. Okay, now if I only do this much, just see what happens. Okay, it removes this column, and it provides me with a copy of the removed data frame. Okay, but if I check the data frame itself, as you can see, it is not deleted. Okay, so this is only showing that it has been removed and returning you, but not removing from the original data frame. So if you want to make this change permanent to the data frame itself, okay, you have to use the concept of in place parameter. Okay, now this is very famous. Reason being, this gets very frequently asked in interviews, because very few people are aware the use case of in place. Okay, so what we usually do is, whenever we want to remove a column, we store a copy. Okay, so you can say any data frame copy of df, or you can say df1 something. Okay, df1 equals to this, then it will create a copy. So now your df will be exactly the same, but if you print your df1, it will not be having that extra column. As simple as that. Okay, but if you want to remove it from the data frame itself, if you don't want to store the copy, if you want to remove from the data frame itself, we use the same syntax, df.drop. Okay, the column to be dropped and the axis along which you have to look for that column name, and finally a parameter in place equals to true. By default, in place is false, stating that don't make change permanent because it is safe, right? You are not wanting to change the permanent. But if you provide in place as true, it will not return you, but if you check df, it will not return you any copy, but the same data frame itself will be getting modified. Okay, so this is how you can delete or add a new column to a data frame. See you in the next session, where we'll continue with some more additional frequently used operations on data frame column. Thank you. Hey, I hope you have enjoyed the lecture and got to learn something from it. For well-structured guidance and live doubt sessions, you can check out the link in the description below. And the best part about it is that it's completely for free. So keep upskilling yourself, and we wish you all the very best for your journey. Take care.